We've looked at the Apple menu. Now it's time to look at the application menu. And in order to do this, I've opened several applications that ship with Mac OS X, and I'll be talking about them later on in the tutorial. But for now, what I want to do is to show you the application menu, which is right here, the one just to the right of the Apple menu. And regardless of what the application is, whether it's iCal or TextEdit or any other application, this menu will be named with the name of the application, and the first item will say about whatever that application is. So we have TextEdit, we have about TextEdit, iCal, and about iCal. The last item in the menu will be quit for that application. Here in TextEdit, it's quit for TextEdit. So it's a constant menu. Between those two, there are several sections that generally occur. If they are present, they should be present in this sequence. We may have preferences for that application, and that will open a window. This is, for example, the preferences for TextEdit. If I go into iCal, preferences look very different. What is consistent is the placement of preferences within this menu, and then the application implements the preferences differently. Applications also implement their about boxes differently. In this case, what you're seeing is something very constant because these are both Apple applications. Applications from other sources and even other Apple applications will have different looking about boxes. Sometimes in the case of software that you purchase where there's a license number or a serial number, that may be present in the about box. Be very careful with commercial software with a license number or a serial number, because sometimes to prevent privacy, the number that is shown in the about box is missing perhaps the last 3 or 4 digits. It's sort of the reverse of the tactic whereby vendors do not give you anything except the last 3 or 4 digits of a credit card number so that no one can steal your credit card number if they see it. In this case, some vendors don't want you to be able to look in an about box and copy down an entire license key and then use it to use software that you have not specifically licensed with that license key. So they will withhold the last few digits from the about box. However, if you need technical support and you call them or email them or use their website and enter the serial number as you see it in the about box, that should be sufficient information for them to locate your account and find that you're a registered user. But it is not sufficient information to activate an application. Then we'll skip over services for a moment because I'm going to deal with those separately. It's a very, very important part of Mac OS X. Then you have the ability to hide a specific application. So, for example, I have iCal, which is the active application. I can hide it. Notice the window is closing. I'm not rearranging the back to front sequence of the windows. The window is just hidden. It's not visible now. In the case of TextEdit, I could hide it. I also have the option to hide all the others, so I'm only looking at one application's windows. And if any windows are hidden, then I have show all and it will bring everything back. So I can hide my application's windows. I can hide everyone else's, the other applications. And if things are hidden, I can use show all. Show all is not available now because there is nothing hidden. We're going to talk about a number of new features in Mac OS X Leopard, such as spaces, that let you manage your windows in a different way. Almost every application that runs in the Finder has at least one window open. That's one of the standard rules here. In the interface, if I have TextEdit open and I close this window, if you notice, here's TextEdit down here, and there's the indicator that the program is running. If I click on an application in the dock, I should bring that application forward. So, for example, you can see here is Address Book. I'll move that to the back. If I click on Address Book, watch the Address Book window, you'll see it comes forward. If I click on TextEdit, where there are no open windows at the moment, the preferred behavior from Apple is when you click on it, if there are no open windows, a window will open and come forward. So you should always be able to work with the windows. Not every application uses this particular feature of the user interface guidelines, but many of them do, and it's a very useful one. So that's what you're going to find in the application menu. Its name will be the name of the application, and the command that you most frequently use will be the quit command. And you may also want to use the hide and show commands to manage your windows.